Folklore of Suantraí Íosa. We're looking at the readings for tomorrow, the Feast of the Conversion of St. Paul, the 25th of January. The first reading, taken from the Acts of the Apostles, is a wonderful account of what happened to Paul on the dusty road to Damascus. We read there that Paul was a very dedicated Jew. He'd been born at Tarsus. He was a Roman citizen. He'd studied under Gamaliel. He had persecuted Christianity, sending both, even to the point of killing people, and sending both men and women to prison. And on this road, he experiences the grace of conversion. Now, for Paul, grace is going to be very important to him because he never forgot God's kindness in rescuing him and what Jesus said to him. I am Jesus the Nazarene, and you are persecuting me. And from out of that statement comes Paul's awareness that we are all part of the body of Christ. Paul never met, as we know, never met in person Jesus, but he meets him like you and I meet him through the grace of prayer. And he becomes this great missionary. And Paul, from being a man of compulsion and violence, becomes a man of love, who will write 1 Corinthians 13, that great hymn to love in the New Testament. And so the psalm tomorrow is, strong is his love for us. He is faithful forever. And Paul becomes a great missionary of love. And tomorrow we have the story written by John Mark. John Mark accompanied Paul for part of his missionary journeys. And it's the story of what Jesus commanded the 11 apostles after his death and resurrection. Before his ascension, he says to them, go out to the whole world. Isn't that powerful? Proclaim the good news to all creation. Everyone. The whole of the world needs to hear this good news. He who believes and is baptized will be saved. He who refuses to believe is condemned. These are the signs with which we will be associated with believers. In my name, they will cast out devils. They will have the gift of tongues. They will pick up snakes in their hands and be unharmed. Should they drink deadly poison? No problem. They will lay their hands on the sick who will recover. They have complete mastery over the forces of evil and darkness. Paul becomes the great apostle who will teach in his writings about the grace, the love of God that comes to us as a free gift, because that's how Paul experiences it. He's on his way persecuting the church, and Jesus rescues him by the grace of conversion. And Paul responds to that grace. And his whole mission and writing is to appeal to us to respond to his grace. Now, I said I would mention St. Francis de Sales, and we'll take just one of Francis de Sales saying, today is Francis's feast day, and it's this: you will catch more flies with a thimble full of honey than 40 barrels of vinegar. You know, sometimes we're tempted to change the church by poking our fingers at everything that is wrong. We can only change the church by becoming more and more aware of the grace and the beauty of God. People like Paul and like St. Francis de Sales, who are aware of the beauty of God, lead people out of darkness into the understanding that God is light, there is no darkness in him at all, and he shares that light with us through the grace of conversion. We, you and I, are on our way to a deeper conversion, heart, mind, and soul to an awareness that God is perfect love, and he is asking us to share that awareness of perfect love with others. This is why we call the gospel good news. Let us go to our beds with thoughts such as these, and let us awake in the morning to celebrate the feast of the conversion, praying for our conversion too. Hopefully we will awake with our heart filled with the praise of God, and on our lips his praise. Slán agus beannacht, agus go maith dí eile cóchtach sibh ahar mach agus spirit néamh. Amen. Slán go fómhair. Bye.